Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to read another poem, Snowdrop. This poem is written by John Hodges. Hodges presents a very tough and cruel image of nature. He creates an atmosphere of a hot winter and uses images from nature to portray the toughness and brutality that a severe winter brings. The poet describes in a few words the way the winter has reduced the horizon of many creatures. He says that the world has shrunk and many outdoor creatures are on the verge of death. They no longer scurry or fly as they used to. Let us start this poem. Snowdrop. Now is the globe shrunk tight around the mouse dulled wintering hot, vessel and crew, as if molded in brass, move through an outer darkness, not in their right minds. It is the winter season. The whole earth seems to have shrunk right due to the terribly freezing cold. The poet has perhaps used the word globe for the snowdrop flower, which has a round head. The cold winter has shrunk right this flower also. The poet looks at a mouse and watches its miserable plight. The terrible cold has dulled the heartbeat of this poor animal. The state of the weasel and the crow, these are two animals, is also in no different. Due to the bitter cold, they look as if molded in brass. The bitter cold has restricted their movements. They can hardly make any movement in the open. Whatever little movement they make, it is all in darkness only because of it is dark even during the day. The sun is hardly even ever seen. These poor animals are not in the right mind due to the freezing cold. They can't think what to do or where to find any shelter. They see other creatures dying of the cold. They remain in the same thing could happen to them also, not in their right minds with the other deaths. She too pursues her ends, brutal as the stars of this month, her pale head heavy as metal. Now the poet looks at the snowdrop and talks of it. He calls it a she because it has the marvelous ability to bear flowers in such cold. Even the snowdrop shows exceptional powers of survival. In spite of such cold, it keeps pursuing its ends. It can push its stem open even through the thick snow. It seems as brutal as stars of this month. The stars in the wintry month don't have any charm and arouse no emotion in the beholder's heart. Similarly, the snowdrop with its drooping head fails to produce any emotion in the beholder. The flower has a pale, heavy head which keeps drooping as if made of some metal. Thus, the poem tries to portray the heartless brutality of nature in the winter season. And that is the end of this Snowdrop poem, which was written by Edward James Hodges. I am sure that you have understood these lines, and next day we will read another poem. Khuda Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.